Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Dedan Tolbert, host of the Dedan Tolbert Show, which airs now 7 nights a week at DedanTolbert.com. And this is my first new Ask Dedan Advice video blog of 2011. And one of the things I want to do on this is once and for all, definitively answer the question of what an elite man is and what an elite man is not. Um, Over the last several months, over the last year, 2 years, the whole country, people internationally are talking about elite men. And some people are on board with what I mean when I say that. Other people have taken that term and turned it into something negative, turned it into something divisive, something elitist, if you will. But none of those things are correct. So in this video blog, I want to talk about once and for all what an elite man is. First and foremost, an elite man has absolutely nothing to do with anything materialistic. It has nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with the type of car you drive, the type of home you live in, the type of job you work at, the type of house you live in. None of that. An elite man has to do with the way you were brought up, the morals, the values, the characteristics, your personality. Elite men are going to have a certain type of ambition, a certain type of drive, certain type of swagger, if you will. Elite men are going to take care of their bodies. They're going to be in shape. They're going to have a certain type of charisma. So elite men in a nutshell, guys, it is a aura. It's a state of being. Again, and you could be a trash man. You could be unemployed. You most likely will not be, but you can have a low-paying job and still have a plan of how you're going to eventually take over that low-paying job, or you're going to use that low-paying job to get to another job or another career which you aspire to be at. So let's not get the whole term or the concept of being an elite man and make it something that it's not. An example, I hear a lot of women use certain celebrities who have done certain questionable things in the public spotlight and say, well, these elite men are, not good examples of elite men, or I don't want an elite man if that's how he's going to act. But what you have to understand is you can't look at somebody on TV and say, okay, that's an elite man because he drives a Bentley. No, in fact, you guys have never heard me say, whether on Facebook, the Dedan Tolbert Show, Twitter, anything like that, you have never heard me ever refer to a man as elite without actually having known him personally. Because you need to know the type of decision-making skills, the type of characteristics, the certain type of attitude that he possesses, the way he treats women. That has a lot to do with being an elite man. One of the things elite men are very picky. They're very selective about who they deal with. And the whole reason why I introduced this whole concept of elite men is because I get thousands of advice questions from black women specifically asking me, how can I find a great man? How can I ultimately get what I want? I want to be married. I want to have a home. I want a family. And what I'm trying to help them understand is that there are certain types of men who can make that happen. Those are elite men. Non-elite men, average men, even good men do not possess the qualities necessary to maintain a successful relationship leading in up to a marriage. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about our parents, our grandparents. My grandparents were married for over 70 years. I'm talking about those type of relationships. So if you want that, as opposed to the rest of the 70% of couples who end in a divorce in today's society, you need to strive to get the best men. I've done numerous shows on this. And again, I can't stress enough. Listen to the Dedan Tolbert Show 7 nights a week, because every night we break down the qualities and characteristics of exactly what an elite man is and what he's not. So I know YouTube only gives you a certain amount of time. I could go on and on about this, but again, in a nutshell, please do not listen to the haters. Please do not listen to the people, the women specifically, who have never dated an elite man, never experienced one. So they're skeptical. They don't think that he exists. But I'm here to tell you guys that elite men are out there, okay? And they are looking for wives. That's the number one quality that elite men possess. They're godly men. They're looking for wives. They acknowledge the scripture that says when you find a wife, you find a great thing. and obtain the favor of God. Elite men have great relationships with God. So, you don't have to worry about him cheating on you or dogging you out or being a freeloader or a deadbeat. Those are not elite men. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Elite men are going to do everything that they can to make you the happiest woman in the world, or they're going to die trying, similar to the way I do to my wife. So, another thing to keep in mind is that elite men are actively looking for women who respect their bodies. I always say 90% of black women have a friend. They have a friend with benefits or someone who they're dealing with or interacting with on a sexual level. And elite men are going to run away from those type of women fast, very fast. So, that leads to emotional unavailability, which elite men absolutely cannot stand. No emotionally unavailable woman will ever be married to or even be taken seriously by an elite man. We're looking for women who respect their bodies, who respect their emotions, and are available to love as well as be loved. So, in a nutshell, guys, I don't want to talk y'all ears off, but please don't do not lose faith, do not lose hope. Please understand that elite men are looking for you only if you're the type of woman he can bring home to his mother. A lot of women are walking around here with their chest out, with their asses out, and that's not what elite men are looking for. Elite men, ladies, when you have an elite man, this is kind of like a test, your elite man test. If you're dealing with a man who you think is, oh, he's okay, he's just cool, that's not an elite man. When you're dealing with an elite man, you will wake up every day of your life thanking God that you're dealing with an elite man. Like, thank you. You will be happy. You will acknowledge. You say, okay, that's what Dedan is talking about when I have when he said that I'm dealing with an elite man. So let's not make this negative. Just because you may not understand something, don't try to make it something. Don't be skeptical about it. Don't make it something that people are going to and try to disprove it, because it's kind of like Moses up on the mountaintop. He said, I saw God, but nobody believed him, only because they hadn't seen him. But they saw that hair turned white. So they knew that he had seen something special. A lot of you women have seen your girlfriends with something special. They have a certain glow about them. That's probably because they're dealing with an elite man. So keep these things in mind. I appreciate you for listening, and listen to the Dedan Tolbert Show now 7 nights a week at DedanTolbert.com.